how we all grow up into civilized adults who participate in society is like learning to read people's faces. You know, at a very young age, we would walk into school and see, oh, teacher smiling. We would know teacher is happy. And the masks, they kind of get in the way of that, because, you know, we used to walk into class and see teacher frowning, and we would say, oh no, teacher is sad? I would walk into class and see teacher with her eyebrows crossed, and I would say, oh no, teacher needs Botox. Slob. It's not VIP. It's Paul. I feel like the kids are missing out on a lot, especially because here in New York, I've really thought about how kids are probably never gonna have a snow day again thanks to remote learning. And I think that's not fair. Some of my most fond memories are like playing in the yard with my sisters, making snowmen and shit. No, not our kids, no. Our kids are gonna be inside on Zoom calls, wearing a Bluetooth earpiece like they work at a call center. It ain't right. I don't know, I just feel really bad for the kids, even though, you know, my experience at school, I think it's worth mentioning, I fucking hated every minute. 0 out of 10, would not recommend the experience to a friend, absolutely not. But it's important, you know? I respect education, and that's why I got my degree at educationconnection.com. And it's actually kind of a crazy story, because I was working for an hourly wage. I went to high school, didn't do great. Still, I gotta make more cash. More education is what I'm looking at. When I get a degree, I will make a bigger salary. So now I've got to see. I went on the internet and found Education Connection. I took some pre-tests to find out my direction. I'm taking my classes, getting my degree. Education Connection, match me with the right college for free. Everybody get connected for free. Get connected for free with Education Connection. That was gorgeous. Give it up for yourself. Stunning. Lena, let me tell you how thrilled I am to be performing in New York again. Because it literally never occurred to me that, like, not everybody knew that jingle. So I did that little skit in Toronto. And it literally never crossed my mind that this wasn't, like, an international commercial. And I'm up here like, I'm working for an hourly wage. And these Canadian girlies are staring at me. Dead silent, like mouth agape. Poutine dripping down. And it hit me in that moment that they didn't know the song. I'm like, you guys don't know Education Connection? Get some culture. Poutine ain't gonna cut it, you know?
I love hanging out with my sister. We hang out all the time. Although it's been difficult over the past few years because of the pandemic. And I find it funny that everybody experienced it differently depending on what part of the world you live in. Like, I remember when things first started going down in 2020, we were watching the news and it was like, everybody in Italy was dying. Everybody in Spain had to stay in the house. Everybody in Florida was on spring break whole time. Just wildin'. I don't even know if they heard about COVID. Cause they were at the club every night like, hey, I'm a savage, yeah. Blashy, blushy, blashy, And I was at home watching the news like, Florida! What are you doing? You're embarrassing us. I remember when things started getting real serious and they were like, all right, nobody can go to work, only essential employees. And first of all, let's give it up for any essential employees that are here tonight. We thank you. We appreciate you. We are grateful for you. Whether you were in the ER or at Trader Joe's. It was a scary time. We didn't know what was happening, and you put that Hawaiian shirt on and you showed up. We appreciate that. It was an emergency. I needed my honey sesame cashews. They said only essential employees can go to work. So in my mind, I was visualizing all these high-rise buildings empty, cubicles empty, offices empty. It did not compute in my brain that that also meant TJ Maxx was closed. Because I went to TJ Maxx and the doors were locked. And I was like, what's this? They said it's a world pandemic. I was like, yeah, but at TJ Maxx though? Isn't this essential? It is for me. Any other Maxinistas in the building tonight? Yes, Maxinistas, we go to TJ Maxx when we don't need anything. It's just a part of our mental health day. We just want to go look at stuff and smell candles. I feel good at TJ Maxx knowing that anything I would ever need in life, I could get right here in this store. Whatever you need. You want a new outfit with a matching purse? We got you over here. You want some random spices you'll never find anywhere else? Over there by the lentil chips. You want some makeup for 50% off? Yes, I do. It's probably 7 years old. But it's Urban Decay for $3.99. By that point, it has Urban Decayed all the way. It's as if TJ Maxx was saying, here, you throw this away. I love TJ Maxx. But they always get me at the end in that zigzag register line. Right? Where they have all the last minute buys. All the things you didn't know you needed in your life. I can be walking around TJ Maxx for like an hour. I have 2 things in my cart. Then I start making my way through the line. By the time I get to the register, 87 items. All right here in the home stretch, you start walking through, you're like, oh wow, candles, coffee mugs, dog treats, slippers, wow. And then the line starts moving too fast. You're like, wait, I didn't get to see everything yet, hold on. I just want to smell that candle, excuse me, sorry about that. Ooh, God, no, blech, don't smell that, it's bad. Ooh, don't do it. Love TJ Maxx. The doors were locked. I couldn't get in. I tried. It's 2:00. This is getting serious.
I would literally give up my left titty to be sitting at a restaurant being called fat by a waiter. Like, I feel sad. Because the pandemic started, I was 25, and now I'm 75. And I feel as though I was robbed. Anyone else feel that way? And it feels like it happened so fast, you know? Like, I woke up one day, everyone's working from home, they all have like 16 kids. Everyone I know, right? Every person I know has like 75 children now. And like, I do want to make fun of them, but I actually thought that was like a really good call, you know? Using the pandemic to have kids, because collectively as a society, what we got off work for like 18 months, you want to rear some children? Love that for you, for real. Personally, I'm gonna rear these drugs into my ass, but to each their own. I really did think it was a good way to spend the pandemic. I thought about it, you know, I'm a woman of a certain age, 69. And I've been married for a decent amount of time. We get those looks now. We walk into a family function and everyone's like, oh. Ooh. I'm like, oh, no, it's just a fupa. We're very excited, though. Like, I can't do a Q&A on Instagram without someone being like, well, when are you and Ben having babies? I just want to say, like, when are you fucking off? Like, leave me alone. We thought about it during the pandemic. Ultimately, I came to the conclusion that I'd rather die. Okay, that's dramatic. No, it's entirely accurate. I'd rather be dead. And it's not because I think I'd be a bad mom. I mean, I know I would be, like, fucking terrible if... It's giving Casey Anthony. Oh. She's innocent! No, I'm kidding. I don't know if this needs to be said, but I do not stand by, like, mothers who murder their child. I might be for cancel culture, but I ain't for that. I'm not okay. What I realize is the reason I can't have children yet is because I'm literally too lazy. I can barely get out of bed to get myself a soda. That's literally why I got married. Kids are like 24/7 nonstop fucking torturers. Like, serious question for the mothers in the room. If you're a mom, when do you scroll TikTok? Yeah, because if I was a mom right now, I'm pretty certain I wouldn't know the Renegade. And I do know the Renegade. Okay.